How's it going, everyone? We have a dynamic, fun-loving, great guest. He's a creative director. He's an artist. Goes by the name Lord Phly.
Hey.
On the podcast today. Welcome, Lord Phly.
Hey, man, what's good? How you doing?
What's good? What's good?
Appreciate you for
Brought the
inviting me
cane and
today.
everything.
Hey, man, Sir Lordy, man. Follow him on IG.
Sir Lordy.
He's building his own following.
So at Lord Phly for you on
Yes,
Instagram,
yes,
correct?
At LORDPHLY.
Okay,
SSP.
and so how did you come up with Lord Phly? Like, where'd you coin that?
Probably about 2-3 years ago. It really was like, it really wasn't even like it was more so like I want to say transformation. That's kind of crazy. Like a growth into just somebody that I actually was supposed to be, as opposed to somebody that I was. But actually putting it together, Phly Mouche is a clothing line I started when I was about 19.
Okay.
And I have a tattoo on my right arm.
Okay.
Right here of the Phly. Actually, the actual logo, the original. And I told myself, like, I'm going to have to do something with that.
Yeah.
Like, even though I don't know if this clothing line thing is going to go, like, I have to do something with that. So that's how Phly stuck around. And then the lower part, funny enough, it's going to sound crazy. I was watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Something I do not watch, actually.
You don't have to lie. It's all good.
I really don't. It's like one of those things, you know, like you flip through and something interesting's going on, so you get caught. Yeah. So I guess Scott Disick was going through his process of becoming a Lord.
Yep.
And I thought that was the funniest thing in the world. But then I found out it was like a real thing. And I was like, I like this Lord thing. So, but I'm a person, I have to like know stuff before I start doing it. So I found out what Lord meant.
So you went ahead and just meshed them together.
Just meshed them together. It was a master, a ruler, someone who possesses power, knowledge, influence, or authority. When I read that, it was like, that feel like me.
Yeah.
And Phly is who I essentially am. So I don't even tell people like Lord Phly. It's just like, man, I'm just Phly.
So
Lord Phly's for the brand.
Yeah. So do you have what's your real name then? Sorry, that sounds like a
Lord Phly.
It's Lord Phly.
Yeah,
no way, you actually got
process.
it.
Yeah, it's just
no
a
way.
Process. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
what my name was though, it was Christian Jones. Like Christian Jones the second, actually.
Christian Jones.
Yeah, and I used to have to put the second because my dad is not with the junior stuff. So he was like second.
Yeah.
So that's like was on my birth certificate and everything.
Yeah. So your first name is Lord, then your last name is Phly. Well, you got a middle name?
One, however, nope. It's just Lord.
No middle name?
Yeah.
That's cool. How much did that cost to get that? Like,
it's
changed?
Essentially just ensuring that you don't owe anything on your name, and then the process for that after is like 20, 30 books.
So you really, just make sure you have no liens on it.
Like, school loans,
that's
stuff
crazy.
like that. So that's why it's a process. You just got to make sure all that stuff is taken care of.
So it didn't take like that long to do it?
It's not. It's not as much as people think. It's just, I'm not going to say it doesn't take a lot because it depends. It's situational, but it's just not as much as people think. It's not like this astronomical number. And it's like, can't do that. It's like,
Should
like
I change?
like everything else.
Yeah.
If you do the due diligence and just get the info, you'll make
it. Should I change it to Triangle Times then?
Hey, man. If that's who you feel like you are.
I gotta have the middle name though. I gotta keep the middle name.
Hey man, I woke up one day and it was like I don't feel how I felt yesterday. It wasn't like my back hurts or something. It's like I don't. Like I look in the mirror and I feel essentially different. Like, and the Lord Phly thing was already kind of what I knew I was putting together, but it was like I don't like feel like this is a brand thing. Like that's not even how I'm based. Like really who I am is Lord Phly. I spread a message. NEFB dope. Never apologize for being
I want to talk about that hashtag too. Yeah.
Everything else that I do is essentially organically things that I like to do or get placed in, and then I'm a person that when I get involved, like I'm go hard, but everything is off the message. Like
so, never apologize for being dope. NAFDP.
No, B.
B. There you go. Yep. So never apologize for being dope. And it seems like you're somebody that like you just don't care what people think at all, right? So now was that something where you like grew up already being that, or did you grow into that? Because did you grow into that as you changed your name, or was it kind of just a thing your whole life?
It's essentially I was a person who I've always been kind of distinct in my character, but before it was like I would try to not be who people wanted me to be, but do the things like I knew that would be needed because I grew up like split between two households. My mother and my father are very two distinct personalities. So it was like over here I'm away at my dad's house, over here I'm away at my mom's house, and then you get out into the world and it's like essentially that's how the world works. So that's how they want you to be. Like just conform and be whatever they need you to be. So I could never really conform, but I could figure out what needed to be done for me. Not fit in, but just do what I needed to be done. But
that's interesting.
After that, it was just like, man, I'm not really with this because trying to do that essentially would cause more trouble for me than just
exactly
like stand out of the way, which is usually what I like to do, just kind of
Yeah.
chill and not be bothered, which is why I don't really care what people think, because I'm just trying to do what I want to do anyway.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's why I don't care, not because I'm thinking so much about it, because perception is controlled by you, like,
That's
not
true.
by other people. So
Well, I think like the more you worry about how people perceive you, the less, especially for your realm, being an artist, like you can't be creative if you worry about how people perceive you.
No.
Because then you're doing it. And that's another question I have for you. So do you think about your audience before you create something, or do you kind of just do you and then let your audience fall into place?
Yeah, I
You do
me. My team now, I have a team in place, TG4 Solutions, as well as Bada Studios, Nani, and they try to get me to, I guess, put more focus towards who I'm trying to reach. But me, like, I do it. Like I said, if you ask me what I do, I say everything. If you ask me who I'm trying to reach, I say everyone. Like, because in my mind, that's really what it is. Now, I know realistically, I may not reach everyone, but I'll be able to. Like, especially with platforms now, just being on here. Like, I can reach more people than I can get in front of. So I guess I try to a little bit more now, just implement it into it. But I don't consider myself an artist at all. Like, I do art. No, I don't. I consider myself Phly. Like I said, I'm Phly. I spread a message. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't.
So almost like a public figure then, compared to an artist.
Just
no label on it. Just Phly. I like it. Yeah, I like
people,
that. I like that.
People will try to put you in that, and that's really just a box to tell you what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah. Well, so question on that then. That's actually really interesting. I was thinking about, before I got you on, I was thinking about, like, is John Marino, is Triangle Times, am I an artist? And I thought about it, and I thought, well, so from your opinion, like traditional sense of art, what you would think of like photography, fashion, drawing, painting, all that stuff. Do you believe people still have a platform to be an artist, like even if you don't do the traditional sense? Like think about somebody that does like coding. I'm talking about like coding online. They create a website, so they're creating a completely different language, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So that's an art form, in my opinion, right?
Yes.
So you have platforms like an athlete is a platform to be an artist.
Yes. Yeah. I believe any and everyone can be or is a creative within their own right. Anytime you take something and make it something different or make something out of nothing, anyway, an idea, essentially everything starts with an idea. So if you're a person that can create an idea, you're creative. So when you start putting the, working parts together, that just determines what type of creative you are.
Yeah.
But even with that, people don't like labels. Like, you don't like boxes. I mean, I know the world will teach you, like, you need to fit within one and get certain things, which is usually money, but essentially the person they can't put in a box is the person they can't put a price on. So just be that. Do whatever it is you essentially want to do and make it what you wanted to make. After you've made it, they'll determine what it is. As a creative, you're not supposed to worry about how people feel about it. You know they're going to feel a way about it. Just do what it is that you want to do. When it's done, they'll feel a way about it.
You'll reach people way better like that. Yeah, man, that's true.
It's just me. I'm just a person that's like, get it done. Like, just make it happen. Like, if you truly believe in your heart, that's what you should be doing. Do it. And anytime it's something like that, it's instinctual. So it's never ill-intended. Like we're not ill-intended. That's an influence thing. You're influenced to be ill-intended or bad, so to speak. But I don't look at the world that way. Like, that's a perspective, good, bad, and different. Like, things just are. You figure out what you need to do from them and move forward. You can't move forward because people dwell in emotion of how they felt about a moment as opposed to what happened so they can move forward. And I'm not a person that dwells in any emotion. Like, I don't care. Like you said, it's just like, I know I'm in tune with myself, so there's no reason to feel any type of way. It's just like, well, what happened here? Like, if it's a situation where someone's upset or whatever, it's like, what happened? Is it me? What do I need to do? If not, move on. Like, I'm out. Like,
exactly.
I don't want to be around it. That type of energy is, like, I'm an energy-based person, so I just like good vibes.
So I'm an energy based as well. A lot of my like, if I walk into a room and it's already stuffy, right? So when I go to on interviews or whatever, if I walk in, like, you're interviewing them as well, correct? Yeah. So when you walk in, like, it's stuffy, like, I get stuffy myself. I'll be honest with you, like, if I notice a vibe is like bad in the room, then I get down myself. So it's like you gotta be around. You gotta surround yourself with people that are motivated and happy as well, because if you surround yourself with negativity, like, obviously it's going to be negative. And we don't even have to, like, reiterate that because it's just obvious.
Definitely. Yeah. And see, essentially, okay, so when we was talking about the growth into Lord Phly, Chris would have been like that. Like, walked into the room, it was stuffy, he would have been stuffy. Like, I would have been myself, but the energy would have put me off, and I would have been put off. Now I go in there and stuff it. I'm just gonna change it.
You got your own like universe in your head.
Exactly. I'm just gonna change it. If I need it to be away, I'm gonna change it. If I don't, you're not even gonna know I'm in there. I'll be a fly on the wall.
And if they don't fuck with you, then they don't fuck with you.
Come on now. Yeah. And now I don't believe that that's possible because I don't have any ill intentions.
Yeah.
So if somebody that's not messing with me is because of a motive that they have. It's not because they really don't.
That's true.
It's a reason. And with that, I'm gonna look for the reason. Like, why? Like, what's up? And I'm gonna question you till I get to the bottom of it. If I don't, then we just won't deal with each other.
That's true. And so you're almost not like you're confrontational, but you're not trying to be like be rude to the person at the same time. Like you really want to know like what's your problem because I want to be cool with you.
Let's address it because
exactly.
For me, I'm like, what problem could you really have with me? I am not thinking about you unless we're involved with each other. So how could I have created a problem before I got here?
Yeah.
That came from somewhere where.
So you're not passive aggressive then?
No.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
That's it's annoying, or I guess it used to be annoying. Now it's more so funny because it's like you want to address it, just do it.
Yeah.
Just say it. What's up?
Cool. Yeah.
It's like these end around ways or trying to insinuate. I hate that. Like even like
snakes. That's all snakes.
Man. Yeah. And it's not even. I mean, of course, some people are based from that, but I feel like a lot of people, like I said, I feel like people are their influences. So the world has become that way. So if the world is that way and you influence, it's kind of like a second nature thing to people now.
That's true.
So you fall in tune with it. So if you don't have someone around you that questions it, and you just around a bunch of people that just do it to each other, then how you really gonna know it's wrong?
Yeah.
Until you're in a situation where you know it's wrong. And that's why it's situational now. Like, I shouldn't do it over here. No, you shouldn't do it, period. Like, you shouldn't do it ever. And then you don't have to worry about where you're at and if it's gonna come out. Like, I slipped. Like, no, just don't do it. Like, and then you'll be okay. But
that's very true.
Around me, it's just like I said, how I move, like it's very distinct. So if you want to be around me, this is how it is. I'm not telling you to do anything, but I'm gonna tell you that I'm not gonna be around you if you want
if you're negative,
wild stuff.
Yeah, that's true. And you spent a lot of time. I saw like at celebrity studios, right?
Well, I spend more time at Jump Off Studios.
Jump Off
Studios. My man Groove, definitely shout out to Groove.
Yeah.
But I know a couple guys that recorded celebrity, so I've been in there a few times, but I don't. Like I've met the guy that runs it. I believe Chris. He's pretty cool, but I haven't like really sat and like really vibed and built with him. Like, so I don't want to say like I'm over there all the time. Like just somebody called me over there and like want me to kick it. Like it's all right, cool.
Yeah. So do you make music yourself then or no?
Yes now, but not yes and no. Being around it and being involved and having influence, essentially, not over, but with artists and people involved in music. And being in the rooms, and then I send out a message every day. Like,
I've seen that.
I send out a message.
No,
every
I appreciate
day.
that. That was good.
Oh, no problem. Like, so I send that to about 250 people a day. So essentially, it's people that I meet. We get each other's phone number. You get the message. So some of these are artists, or like my man Groove. Like that's part of my team. Jump Off Studios. Like so. It just comes up. It's said. So somebody will be like, hey, man, that stuff you were saying, say that on my thing.
Yeah,
it's like, you just want me to just talk? It's like, yeah.
Well, that's why I wanted to get you on the podcast. Part of the reason, because I saw like you started sending those, and I was like, no, this guy, he's definitely gonna be like very talkative, and he's gonna express himself very well.
Appreciate
because
it.
when I get those, I'm like, oh, like shit, like he's actually a motivated individual. Appreciate so art can get kind of strange. You know Shiloh Buff?
Yes.
You know Shiloh Buff, and he does motivational stuff too.
I didn't know he does motor. I just saw the just do it thing.
Oh
man, that was hilarious. But I didn't know that's like I thought that was just like he was just doing that to be funny.
No, he's like being serious about that.
Oh wow, that's oh man, I gotta check into that.
Just do it. Look up, Perry, can you look up "Just Do It" by Shiloh Buff? See if you can grab it on YouTube.
Because there's no way if you
try
watch
to keep
that,
the audio running.
Whatever it is that you want to do, you're not about to just do it.
Yeah.
Because he told you to. That is definitely motivation.
Well, there's a ton of motivational speakers, and there's ones that I appreciate, and then there's ones I'm kind of like, they're just doing this for the money, right? A motivational, well, I guess he's not even really a motivational speaker, but somebody I'm huge about, Gary Vaynerchuk, kind of more in my realm with entrepreneurship and business. Like, he's like, that guy, wow. Like, the stuff he says, he's really about the whole thing where it's like, number one, you don't care about what other people think. No. And number two, complaining isn't going to do you any good, right?
No.
Like it's just negativity, number one, and number two, like, how are you trying to get to a solution if you're complaining? why don't you like actually go and do something to change what it is? You know what I mean?
Yes.
So he's huge on that too. So Gary Vaynerchuk is great, and then you got Eric Thomas.
Okay,
You know Eric Thomas. Eric Thomas is good.
He yells all the time. But
Yeah. He's
he'll yell and get you up. He'll
Yeah.
yell and get you up.
He'll get you up in the morning.
Yeah, definitely.
What
Like
do you
it's
got?
funny because I don't consider myself anything. Like, I spread a message.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
however the message needs to get spread, that's
Yeah,
how I'm gonna do it. So which is why I don't pick any particular lane. It's like whatever.
Well,
I
that's
need to do.
that's interesting.
Yeah,
because,
whatever I need to do, just
Mhm.
make it happen, and people will embrace the message. That's my
Yeah.
biggest thing. People
Yeah.
embracing, never apologize.
Yeah. When I was doing the podcasting, I'm picking up guests, right? A lot of people, because at first I kind of wanted to be like entrepreneur people that came on, or like business people, and then I really like changed lanes and was kind of like, I just want literally anybody to come on, because like you said, you're getting stuck in a mantra of the same exact thing over and over again. Because I do real estate, a lot of people wanted me to just do real estate, and I feel like that just gets drowned out, right? And I'm not how am I like expanding my like vocabulary and brain, and like if I'm not meeting like different people, like creative people like you, right? That's why I was like, I want to get somebody on, because I'm all about biographies. I told you that earlier.
Yeah, definitely.
And I want to hear like life stories, but I don't want to hear the same
Story
just
all the
monotone
time.
and the same thing over and over again. So I like to have like a very diverse group of people to come on.
And the thing about it, like, you know, shaking it up and keeping it fresh and new, like, it'll keep people from being able to kind of put you in the box and want
That's
to come
true.
to you and have their own narrative already picked out. It's like, man, he's kind of interviewed some of everybody and did some of everything. So, like, I just need to go in there and be myself.
Exactly,
You know what I'm saying? Whatever he's calling me to talk about that.
Yeah. All right, let's see this. Just do it. Let's see what he's got for us. Did it come on? Do you have it at AirPlay Conference 1? Do you have it on 1 or 2? Oh, I put it on 1. It's probably stuck on 1. We have another conference room 1. And there was 2 people in there. So earlier we were doing, I put like a weird video, you know, ASMR, the pickle lady. You know what I'm talking about?
I never seen it.
So there's this lady that just chews on pickles, right?
Okay.
So that's her thing. Like, she just chews on pickles in the camera, and some people are like, I guess, I don't know, turned on by her. Some people just think it's funny, or it helps them go to sleep, right? Some people, right, Perry? Yeah, it helps them like go to sleep.
Okay.
So I put it on for like conference room 1, and they're like, "What the fuck is this?"
What is that?
Is it not coming up? Oh, there it is. Is audio not So this is it.
Don't let your dreams yesterday you said tomorrow. So just do it. Make your dreams.
I thought it was a joke at first.
Yo.
But no, he's serious.
The fact that you just told me this was real.
Yeah,
is
this is
crazy.
legit. It was for promo for something.
Hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not gonna stop there. No, what are you waiting for?
Like the green screen too. Like, what is it? You know, So is that gonna be your morning videos now?
Man,
Just
I'm
yelling
definitely
at
gonna
the
check into Shia LaBeouf yelling at me in the morning. That's gonna be pretty dope. Like,
Yeah. So you have you brought some paintings along.
Oh,
with
yeah,
you.
no, for
yeah.
sure, for
let's
sure.
go ahead and showcase those. I mean, do you mind grabbing those? Yeah. See if we can get it in one of the camera angles. Yeah. So what's this one about?
Essentially, it's whatever you need it to be.
Yeah.
Like everything else I do is what you interpret it to be. For me,
Mm-hmm.
it started. It started as something. I think I started like with the heart. I have a picture in my sketchbook.
Yeah.
Where I did like a heart, and it had it had like a skeleton. You could see the skeleton, and I had like the message engraved in the skeleton. So that, and then I had that on it, but I didn't like how it looked. So I just started spray painting over it, and then
Looks dope.
it became this.
Yeah.
So
I love
don't
the
know
color
what it's
matching.
supposed to.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I'm like, I'm not an artist, because I didn't come into this with like any formal training. Like,
That's
I took
true,
one
that's true.
art class
No. Yeah.
in ninth grade. Like,
Yeah.
I just essentially knew I could draw. Like, I've been able to draw my whole life.
But maybe like if you had the whole like education behind art and stuff, maybe it would just be like that could kind of hinder your creativity at the same time, because then it's like a box of what you need to do to be an artist, right?
What I learned being, I guess, in that realm now, like, you know, like selling paintings, being in shows, is that, and I guess looking into certain artists, I mean, that essentially every artist is just looking to stand out and be distinct.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I came into this as that. Like,
Yeah,
all I got to do is put that on the canvas.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
not that I can really do anything, but I'm doing essentially what everybody's searching for.
Yeah,
I'm doing all
yeah.
this learning and how everybody did all these things to essentially create their own. Like, no, I don't know everything. I'm not saying I know everything, which is why I don't consider myself an artist, because I respect them. Like, I know people did the due diligence and go through all that and did the learning. It's like, not me.
No.
I just buy the campus.
Yeah.
I do what I do. People like it.
Exactly.
We exchange. No worries.
Let's look at this one. So this is Phly.
Yes.
You consider him Phly.
Yes.
This is your boy Phly.
If anything, that's Lord Phly.
That's
I'm
Lord
Phly.
Phly.
That's Lord
Yeah,
Phly.
yeah, okay. So I think we got it in the camera clear. But this is sick. Let me pull up on Instagram. There's one of Phly. So there's Lord Phly there. There's one of him at kind of a studio booth, right?
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and I'll put this on the podcast too. I want people to see this. But this, if you could paint something like this for me, I would be ecstatic. So see the studio one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
that's dope. You really look back. That's
yeah.
dope.
So if you could get two where it's like you got two Phlies, right? But we on the podcast. If you could have one of like the podcast, that'd be sick.
Oh, yeah.
You think you can do that?
Yes.
All right, dope. So yeah, we'll get that on there, and then like maybe I don't know, just you do you.
Trust me.
I want to see.
That's dope. The fact that you even brought that up, like that was actually an original like Phly drawing from the Phly Mouche.
Okay.
Like my clothing line and DJ Be Easy. He's, you know what I'm saying, popular in North Carolina now. I did it for him.
Really?
And I don't think we ever did anything with it, but it was just like I became popular.
That one's sick.
On social media, so I just we kind of did that and had it up, and I think it, just got more attention. And it never was on a shirt. It never did anything. So it's dope.
That's what I want though. Like that that aspect. You see what I'm saying? So I had the studio with it, but in more of a podcast form.
Let's get it done.
Yeah. Let's like on this, like that would go in my living room for sure.
Hey man,
put it like that. That'd be sick.
That'd be dope. I definitely want to make that happen.
I got money on it too.
Hey man.
So let's get that good. So how'd you come up with the Phly? Just because of Lord Phly? That's kind of how it came.
Yeah, essentially I have everything that I've done or do is influenced by people that I've been around. So one of my guys, Bobby James, he does music out of North Carolina. He actually lives in LA now. But when he started doing music, this is back 2010. We were like, he was the person that like kind of put me on to people like early. So like before like J. Cole blew up, before Wiz.
You see his new album?
Yeah, it's
KOD, right?
Yeah. Like Wiz, Big Sean, like, and back then everybody kind of had like their thing, and then their group and their merch. Like that was when merch started like really going. So he was like, man, you like really into clothes, you do this, like you should start your own joint and like kind of pair it with me, and we can. Yeah. I'm like, man, I'm not trying to do that. Like I don't care nothing about starting no clothing line because I always look to the responsibility of things. I know things of that magnitude take responsibility even at a younger age. So it's like, I'm not trying to do that.
How old are you?
I was probably 18 or 19. So when probably stayed on me for probably like a good month.
Yeah.
Man, you should just do it. So it's like, all right, man, what we gonna call it? And he was like, man, you should call it Phly something. As soon as he said, I'm like, yo, I'm off it. Like, you already like, dude. All right, if we call it that, we gotta start it. We gotta do it with a P. Yeah. It can't be regular. Like, it can't be like everything else. Yeah. Then it was like, all right. And it was like, he was like, man, we flyer than everybody. I was like, man, we fly twice. And I was like, fly twice, I like that. But I was like, fly sounds corny. Yeah. So I started looking up like what fly in different languages and landed on, it was Mouche. It's supposed to be in French. I don't know if it's Mouche. That's just what I interpreted it as. So that's what it became for me. Yeah. If it's something else, please correct me, but it's not even that anymore, so no worries to it. But it started like that. Like essentially that's where the Phly came from. So when it was like Phly, instinctively it was like, well, the logo should be a fly. Yeah. And then we just started like kind of playing with that. And then when I get on something, like if you can get me in tune and I can, like it's no question it's gonna happen because I'm
it just snaps right there. Yeah,
like I'm relentless when it comes to making something happen. I'm not a gray area type of person.
Yeah, and you have that merch page, right?
Yeah.
And then I saw you had the with the jean jacket. She's got one on. Kind of. Did you do the artwork on that?
Yep.
That's sick. So you have like the whole. I saw on Instagram you were spray painting and stuff. Is that one of them?
Yep.
Oh no way. So I think like that would be sick to do here. I want a spray painted jean jacket. I'll buy the jacket, but
hey, bro. Yeah. Like I said, man. Essentially, all it takes for me is somebody that's willing to get it done. Yeah. Like, I'm not even money based. Essentially, now everything is brand, and we do branding to push forward. So that's involved. But for me personally, like man, I'm about the message. Like somebody wanting me to do something for them and you do something, I know for me, it's gonna lead more people to me than how much anybody can ever pay me. Like somebody's gonna see it, like, where did you get that from? I know you didn't buy it. You're gonna say, man, my man Lord Phly did it for me, man. They're gonna look me up. Essentially, now everybody can be looked into. Like you can Google me now. So it's like, okay, bet. I'm gonna look into him and get a jacket. I could charge them. That's really how I move with stuff. Like, but now it's like everything has to be very distinct. So when you asked me earlier, like, do you do things focused towards things? I do now. I didn't before, but I do now.
Well, it changes. And then you have on your merch page, you have, I think it was like, you have the hat, and then is this so you have that patch?
Yeah, I have the patch.
You just patch that on there?
Yeah, for me, I'm now essentially working to get like real solid merch started. I'm partnering with
just don't be Jake Paul. No link in bio.
Oh yeah, I don't. Is that the YouTube guy?
Yeah.
Okay,
Jake Paul,
that's the guy that got in trouble.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I definitely do not want to be him. I don't even. Other than that, partner with Progression Matters.
Progression Matters.
He's going to be the production end of like my merch. So like him and the tags, and then me essentially moving and pushing the merch. So the logos is what I'm essentially trying to push. For me, I got a bunch of patches of 2 distinct logos that I have. One being this one, and then one being this double R. But the new patch has NEFB Dope across the top.
Oh, okay.
And that stands for Raleigh, Rough Raleigh, where I'm from. But essentially a concept within NEFB Dope. Rerun. And rerun is that essentially, when you are in tune with yourself, everything becomes a rerun. You've seen it all before. And where I'm from taught me that. So that's why I said double R.
You're from Raleigh, though?
Yes, I'm from Raleigh. So with the patches, when I got them, I just put them on, anything that I get because I just want people to pay attention to it. Now, like you said, everything has to have more of a focus. So to get people to be in tune and buy it and get it, and it's like, no, it's on this shirt, it's this color, and it's this logo, and you'll be able to get this at this place and this link.
Yeah. Well, I think it's G-Eazy has, with his jean jacket, he's got a black, G-Eazy, the rapper, he's got that black jean jacket, and he's got like kind of like a smiley face on the back with
I have seen that.
The spray painted. But I think like if you just had a black jean jacket, then you had that white logo just on the back, but you put it in a circular form, I think that would be gnarly.
Hey man, might have to grab that idea from you. I have to do something with that. I have to do something with that. An exclusive Triangle Times merch for you.
Oh, now we're talking. We had a Triangle Times merch. I don't know. I don't know if we're there yet, but we could try.
Bro, it's best to do everything that you want to do in the beginning, because you'd be surprised when people pick it up and you promoting, you pushing it out, and now you have thousands of people tuning in, and it's like, dang man, I wish I would have had some merch that whole time.
Yeah, that's true.
I should get some now. When it's like, man, I had 2 hoodies, and it's like me and probably wear them every time because we're the ones on camera, and essentially we had 2 people ask for some, and that changed to 10, and then now that thousands of people are watching, we have merch everywhere.
Yeah. Well, they had you have the wristbands too. You got those on right now. Yeah. You got a full sleeve tattoos?
Yeah.
On both sides?
Yeah. It's funny because usually I have long sleeves on so people don't notice, but I have a bunch.
Yeah. Did you create most of the tattoos or?
Yes. Yeah. Well, essentially, all of them, or help create them. Like I grew up with 2 tattoo artists.
Oh, that's sick.
Slang and Ink, which is Spencer and C. Harris, but they both actually partner and own a tattoo shop, 919 Ink.
919 Ink?
Yeah.
They got an Instagram?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
It's funny because I was the thing that brought them together.
Yeah.
Like having conversations
That's
like
sick,
this when I first got started. One had done some, and it was like when I got one from the other guy, it was like, oh man, who did your work? And then it was like, oh, this is my man. And then over time, I would bring people to both of them. So it was like, man, I need to meet up with him. And I'm like, well, here. And then a year later, I think I came back to North Carolina, and they was doing business. And I think a year later, they had a shop together. Like, it was like,
well, being a tattoo artist, that's a whole nother realm, because I'd be so scared to completely destroy somebody's, like fuck up somebody's art on their body. Like, ugh.
It's not even that I'd be scared. It's just like, dang, man, I can't really fix this.
Yeah.
What do we do? Like, you paid me. I don't know. Like, what happens now? Like, I'm not. It's not even being fearful. So for that reason, I wouldn't do it, just because like I don't want that responsibility.
Yeah.
Like I'm sitting the whole time like, man, I can't mess up because this is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Story.
Have you done it before? Have you done tattoos?
No. Nope. Just,
You won't mess with it. No.
It's certain stuff like that I wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's like nah, I don't.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're so
man.
blessed that you came on,
Appreciate
and
you, man.
we'll get
Appreciate
we
the
got
opportunity.
we got other stuff to talk about after this too.
Yeah,
So we'll get the painting going.
Okay.
Talk about some possible merch. We'll talk
Okay.
about some stuff.
Hey,
all right.
man.
Cool.
All right, bet.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, man. We
Hey,
really
man, no
appreciate
problem.
it. Thanks for
Hey.
bringing the team.
Hey man, appreciate you. Appreciate you for having us.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? It's
No
Lord
doubt.
Fly. No apologies. And if you don't,
At Lord Phly,
Hey.
and then what's your hashtag?
at
One more
Lord
time.
Fly. My team would tell me at Lord Fly. Make sure you tune in to Ask Fly the vlog, www.lordfly.com, or on YouTube. You can check us out. Bada Studios, Jump Off Studios, all at these things.
Yeah,
so
I'll put them
B8,
in there,
yeah,
yeah.
all that. And then
Sick.
me, Lord Fly, lordfly.com.
All
And
right.
if you dope, you'll find me.
Good.
Yeah, no
If
problem.
I dig with my knees, if I grind down my teeth, I know from the attic of me, from the bottoms of please, from the wayward it seems.
Arthritis in her fingers, carpal tunnel in her wrist. But the feed her kids at night, sit between her legs and twist. While she listen to that oldie soap opera, smoking bogeys on the phone, gossiping, telling homegirl story. Girlfriend worry cause her son's in a hurry to see the state pen or a cemetery.